So the medical term for today is mitosis. It is a type of cell division of somatic cells in which each daughter cell contains the same number of chromosomes as the parent cell. Mitosis is the process by which the body grows and the dead somatic cells are replaced. Mitosis is a continuous process divided into 4 phases. Number 1, prophase, then metaphase, then anaphase, and finally the last one is telophase. So now let us discuss them one by one. So the number 1 is prophase. What is prophase? The chromatin granules of the nucleus stain more densely and become organized into chromosomes. These first appear as long filaments, each consisting of 2 identical chromatids, the result of DNA replication. Each pair of chromatids is joined at a region called as centromere, which may be central or towards one end. As prophase progresses, the chromosomes become shorter and more compact and stain densely. The nuclear membrane and the nuclei disappear. At the same time, the centriole divides and the 2 daughter centrioles, each surrounded by a centrosphere, move to the opposite poles of the cell. They are connected by fine protoplasmic fibrils which form an achromatic spindle. So this is the diagram to understand prophase. You can see the appearance of centromeres and how these chromosomes are attached to these centromeres to form chromatids. The next one is metaphase. The chromosomes or the paired chromatids arrange themselves in an equatorial plane midway between the 2 centrioles. So here you can see in the figure the arrangement of chromatids or the pair of chromosomes in the equator line of the cell. The third one is anaphase. The chromatids, now called daughter chromosomes, diverge and move towards their respective centrioles. The end of their migration marks the beginning of telophase. So here you can see the separated chromatids from the centromere, they move towards the pole, and the spindle fibers pull chromosome towards the extremities of the cell. So after this, the next phase begins, that is telophase. The chromosomes at each pole of the spindle undergoes changes that are reverse of those in the prophase, each becoming a long, loosely spiraled thread. The nuclear membrane reforms and the nucleoli reappears. Outlines of chromosomes disappear and chromatin appears as granules scattered throughout the nucleus and connected by a lightly staining net. The cytoplasm divides, also known as cytokinesis, resulting in 2 complete cells. This is accomplished in animal cells by constriction in the equatorial region, whereas in plants or plant cells, a cell plate develops in the same region and becomes the new cell wall. The period between the 2 successive divisions is known as interphase. So here in the figure you can easily see how these chromosomes reach the poles of the cell and uncoil the cytoplasm to form 2 different daughter cells. But these 2 identical daughter cells, each with the diploid number of chromosomes. Mitosis is of particular significance in that genes are distributed equally to each daughter cell and the diploid number of chromosomes is maintained in all somatic cells of an organism. So here is a summary of mitosis. You can see in the interphase the nucleolus and nuclear envelope are distinct and the chromosomes are in the form of thread-like chromatin. The nucleolus and nuclear envelope or nuclear membrane are present, whereas in prophase the chromosomes appear condensed and the nuclear envelope disappears. In metaphase, thick coiled chromosomes are formed into 2 chromatids and are lined up on the metaphase plate or the equatorial plane of the cell. Then comes the anaphase. The chromatids of each chromosome have separated and are moving towards the poles now. In telophase, the chromosomes are at the poles and are more diffuse. The nuclear envelope reappears and the cytoplasm may be dividing, resulting in cytokinesis, which is the last stage in which division of two daughter cells is completed. So this was all about mitosis.